Hey everyone, welcome to Crispy Entertainment, and this is a video talking about the games I'm most looking forward to in 2019. The first game I'm looking forward to would be Metro Exodus. I've played the first two and beaten the first one, played through the second one, but I don't think I actually finished it. It's going to be another first-person shooting survival horror game set in post-apocalyptic Russia, but this time instead of going around the subways and, well, the metros and whatnot, you're going to be on a train. You're going from one place to another, and on the way you're going to stop and do things like scavenging and whatever other missions are going to take place in that area. But there are going to be some stealth elements, as there were for the first two games. It's going to be a mix of linear levels and sandbox gameplay, so I'm assuming that once you get to a place, you're going to be able to explore and then maybe go down into well, I guess if you're a D&D player, you might call it a dungeon, maybe. Metro Exodus is going to be dropping on February the 15th. So not too far away. I really hope to be picking it up pretty soon. That's probably going to be most of my fun money budget is going to go towards getting Exodus. That'll be pretty great. I'm really looking forward to it. The second game I'm looking forward to is Sekiro. Sekiro? Yeah, Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. It's going to be an action-adventure game. I believe it's going to be a lot like Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and you are a ninja named Sekiro who is taking revenge on a samurai who kidnapped the lord that he serves under and left him for dead. As I understand it, there's going to be not a lot of role-playing elements like there were in Bloodborne. I use Bloodborne as a reference because I haven't actually gotten around to playing the Dark Souls games yet. But rather than upgrading your character with stats and whatnot, there's going to be a lot of gadgets and things, which I think will be fantastic because that's right on par with ninjas. They were always very technologically advanced for their time. They were always about getting the most advanced equipment and making do with what they had to make awesome things. So I really hope to see a lot of that in Sekiro. One of the things I'm most looking forward to in that game is the fact that you're not going to be so much as whittling away at a health bar when you're fighting someone, but there's going to be like a balance meter that you have to knock your opponent off balance and then deliver one killing blow. And that's also really cool because I feel like that's a lot more how a ninja would fight as opposed to just hacking away at a boss with his 3 health bars and 7 final forms. You take advantage of a situation and then you just and fight's over. I really hope to see that combat system brought to the fullest of what it sounds like it can be. It'll be really interesting, I think. Shadows Die Twice is going to hit shelves on March 22nd. Number 3 is going to be Days Gone, a zombie game where you are a cool biker guy riding around a post-apocalypse doing bounty hunter things. And from what I've seen of the gameplay, it looks like there's going to be a lot of zombies. And this time around, they are not walkers, they are not zombies, they are called freakers. I still don't know why people don't just call them zombies. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of crafting, as in most zombie games, it seems there is always some element of crafting. That does lend itself well to a post-apocalyptic survival feel. But you'll also be able to customize your motorcycle, which is going to be pretty cool, I think. But in a post-apocalyptic world where trees fall down over roads and stuff, I'm really curious about how they'll handle traversing over long stretches of terrain on a motorcycle. Number 4 is Rage 2. I remember the first Rage, barely. I remember that it was a good game, but it didn't leave a big impression. I played it back with the Xbox 360. I rented it. I played through a good chunk of it, but I didn't finish it. It is a first-person shooter, and it's set in a post-apocalyptic open world. I think that'll be pretty great. There's going to be some customization where you can change things like your playing character's gender, skills, and attire. So I'm a big fan of customization, so I'd like to see what they do with that. Vehicular combat is something I'm looking forward to because I enjoyed it so much in the Mad Max game that came out a couple years ago. And they did that so well that I really hope to see something similar to that or better, if possible. Apparently, this game is going to take place 30 years after the original. I really hope that there's some sort of prologue or something to catch people up on it, because the original Rage came out quite a few years ago. The next game is Psychonauts 2. Another sequel to another great game that I, unfortunately, have not finished yet. I do actually own Psychonauts on Steam, and I definitely want to finish it before I play Psychonauts 2. And I think I'll have plenty of time to do that because Psychonauts 2 doesn't come out until sometime in 2019. They haven't released a release date yet, so I think I got plenty of time. So, Psychonauts 2 is going to be a third-person platforming game, just like the first one. Raz, the character that you play as, is now a fully fledged psychonaut and is going to go on more adventures where he does platforming levels inside of other people's brains. The first game was fun, unique, had its own quirky sense of humor and wonderful things about it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the second one brings. Next would be The Outer Worlds, a game released by the same people who did Fallout New Vegas, which is, in my opinion, one of the better Fallout games, if not the best one. It's going to be a action role-playing game in first person. You will be able to recruit NPCs like in Fallout. There'll be a bunch of dialogue choices, branching stories that go along with those dialogue choices. You're going to be able to use social skills to get yourself out of bad situations, and this is sounding a lot like a Fallout game, which is understandable because, I mean, that's really what Obsidian, the developers of this game, well, I'm sure they've made other games, but the one I really have experience with is Fallout New Vegas, which they did a phenomenal job on. There's also going to be factions that you'll work with, in a way similar to Fallout New Vegas and in Fallout 4. I think it's going to be a lot better than Fallout New Vegas, actually, because they're not using the Bethesda's game engine for making this game. They're using Unreal, I believe, which is just better. There are a couple of honorable mentions, and they're honorable mentions because I'm not sure exactly if they're coming out in 2019 or sometime early in 2020 or late in 2020. I just know that they're generating a lot of hype right now, and I'm on that hype train. The first game is going to be Death Stranding, which is the first game that Hideo Kojima has been working on, I believe, since he had to part ways with Konami in 2015. Another game I'm really looking forward to is Cyberpunk 2077. Originally a board game called Cyberpunk 2020, I believe. Sorry, not board game, tabletop role-playing game in the same vein as Dungeons and Dragons. But now it's a video game made by the same guys who made The Witcher, CD Projekt Red. And The Witcher 3 in particular is one of my favorite games of all time. I have to stop myself right now from actually just going on and on about The Witcher because it was so great, and I really hope that CD Projekt Red brings that same quality and passion to Cyberpunk, and I believe they will, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that does it. That was my list of games in 2019 that I'm really looking forward to, as well as a couple that are a little bit farther along, maybe. But let me know in the comments below what games you're looking forward to in 2019. And if you think I missed any that are must-plays, do let me know. And I will see you guys next time. This has been Crispy Entertainment. See ya.